Ahoy, welcome back, peace and blessings. 42 divine laws of my yacht. Number 21, I have not seduced anyone's wife. I promise you, if I wasn't going over these principles, I would not be talking about this. I do not like giving relationship advice. Any one of my close friends know all my girlfriends be stolen. Every time, I don't know, I got like, I'm not gonna say bad luck, I got like some kind of crazy energy though. Talking to a girl, I don't even know if she married the whole time. She got a man this whole time. I'm so tired of that energy. Working on my energy and stuff though. Working on my own manifestations. The energy of love is just so intense. It's so multi-dimensional. We can rarely look at the whole thing. Look at love in its entirety, know exactly what it is. But even in my scenario, I said we have not seduced anyone's wives. I don't think you can really seduce a woman. You can seduce men. Men fall for traps of the eyes more than women do. I'm not saying you can't seduce a woman, but it's like 10 times harder to seduce a woman. Men will pursue someone for sexual gratification, also for internal gratification. Women usually pursue someone for material gain or just pressure from her family. It's usually what I've noticed. But everything's possible. Some people are just real close, some people just get along very well. It's all possibilities. Like, people giving relationship advice is so weird, because every relationship's different. I can only talk about very, very basic things. Very simple concept. I have not seduced anyone's wife, Video's over. Now, I'm going to Babylon, because I like making about 20-minute long videos. My own energy has to do a lot with, like, reverse psychology. It's today. I woke up feeling really good, like the best sleep I've probably had this week. And energy just came to me and reminded me that I am undeserving. I believe we as a whole are undeserving people. We're not bringing change to the world at a very rapid pace. We're all cruel people. We've all ignored phone calls, ignored messages, ignored our feelings, ignored our intuition, ignored God, ignored angels, ignored our own parents, grandparents. People be ignoring their kids even. We're all cruel people. We're all undeserving people, I was just bringing that energy to God. Like, I know I'm undeserving of all this stuff, and I know I'm still gonna get it. I'm gonna get things I don't even deserve, I'm gonna be blessed in ways I don't even deserve to be blessed in, I'm gonna get gifts I don't even deserve to receive, so I'm very appreciative, It goes back to the super ego. One aspect, I can feel like I deserve everything. Straight king reality is being treated like a king. Truthfully, I haven't done enough to be treated like a king. No one can ever do enough to be treated like a king. No one can ever do enough, because there's still evil in the world. There's still stress and trauma and drama in our actual physical reality. So you can feel a certain way internally, but if the external doesn't match that, if you're a true king, go stop all the wars, right? But we're not doing that. That's just how good God is. I've reached this level of connection. I know He's gonna bless me with things I don't even deserve, I know He's already done blessed me with things I don't even deserve. It's really like reverse psychology. If you wanna just put in more work, you gotta remember you're undeserving right now. Don't think, oh, this is gonna be so easy, I can do this whatever I want. No, you don't even deserve it. You put that energy in your body's gonna wake up and get to moving, gonna start having more emotion. Like 5 blunts, half a beer later. But does anyone deserve to be cheated on? I'm not that hateful and negative to say yes, I don't think anyone deserves to be cheated on. Does anyone deserve any negativity? I believe no. In the same way, does anyone deserve love? Does anyone deserve prosperity? I again will say no. We're undeserving. We're undeserving of the hate and the love we get, in my opinion. No one's out here perfect. No one out here is just doing the most, There's people who will go through phases. We're very consistent, we're very hardworking, but, it's a lifelong endeavor. Does anyone deserve to be seduced? Some people just don't even find anyone attractive, Some people think everyone's attractive. You get what I mean? So seducing is not something you do to someone. Seducing is something you do to yourself. I could see a woman and be seduced, right? The woman doesn't have to do a single thing to seduce me. Those are all mind games in my own head, thinking like, oh, she's so beautiful. Just imagining what it would be like to be with her. If I'm not with her, she didn't say those things. She didn't do anything. She didn't have any input. You really seduce yourself. You could think this person is this and this. You could think this person's a blessing. You could think this person is God's gift to you, You could think this person's your whole world. Did they really do anything to deserve that type of energy? What did you see about them that really seduced you so bad is nothing. It was things in your own head. It was things your brain was making connections with that she didn't make connections with. I think this goes the same for most people. I don't want to be making relationship videos. I'm just going over the principles though. Principles of seduction. You can be seduced by, say, like a career. Anything could seduce you. You know, you could dream of this career. Like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And you put in the steps to go do that. And then you realize it wasn't all that. What it feels internally and what it actually is externally is not always the same thing. You could be seduced by a career internally, but externally you go through with the career and you don't like it. The same way you could be seduced by a woman internally, you know, like, man, my life would be perfect with this woman. But then when you actually develop a relationship with her, you know, it's not like the things you were imagining. It really has to do with imagination. I don't think you can seduce a woman. I don't think a woman can really seduce me. It's very hard. It's very hard to seduce someone. This mostly has to do with yourself, how you are reacting to your own self, reacting to her. You know, it's not you reacting to her, it's you reacting to your own self, reacting to her. So you think this girl has like the best of the best, you know? That's just in your head. You could get it and it's not like that. You might not even like it, you know? You guys might not be compatible for real, but in your head, you could be having dreams about her, writing poems, et cetera, et cetera. You could be completely in love. Someone's siren was going off and shit, making these videos in the hood and shit, like, editing out gunshots. Let me know if y'all want me to keep the gunshots in. My homie was like, bro, keep the gunshots in, it's authentic. I'm like, no. No, not at all. You know, seduction is really just a game you play with yourself. There's a such thing as seducing other people. Most of the time, it's your own energy that you're seduced by. And it's your idea of the person more than the actual person. Your idea of the thing more than the actual thing. You know, you could be seduced by anything. You could see a restaurant, you know, you really want to try this restaurant out. Like, man, I'm going to get this and this. You know exactly what you're going to want, you know, who you're going to go with, etc. Like, when you're going to go. You should be thinking about it all week. You end up going and you find out what it really is, you know. Does it live up to expectation? Just the energy surrounding seduction is expectation. You know, some people expect people to be in love with them. You know, people expect all kind of crazy things, you know. People expect you to act a certain way in relationships. People expect you a lot to be like their last partners, you know. Like, when you're truly different, you're truly unique, and you're into niche things and you're true to yourself. I'm sure that will happen to you. Your partners will be like, why are you, like, you'll just have a new energy, like a mysterious energy, like a unique energy. It's like, all my last partners like this, but you don't like that, you know. So it's really just kind of not having expectations for things, not having expectations of a new person you met, of new things you've tried. There's habit and there's pattern, and then there's expectation. Expectation is nothing but an imaginary pattern, an imaginary habit, an imaginary, you know, idea that you think is going to play out. You know, seduction is just an imaginary scenario you think is going to play out until you actually experience the real thing. So it's not, have you seduced anyone's wives? No. Like, she had that idea in her head of what you were like, what a new guy would be like, what a better partner would be like, another man would be like, another woman would be like. That's all her energy. You get what I'm saying? You can't seduce anyone. They really just seduce themselves. She could be thinking, like, my last partner does these things I don't like. I need to find someone who does all the things I like, right? And you might be able to do that, but then you have your own things that you're into. You have your own things that are new to her. I wouldn't feel bad about, like, if you're dealing with someone, they tell you they have like a partner, they're cheating on their partner. They really just seduce themselves. To them, you are just a representation of it. You know, you didn't have to do anything. You could have not said anything. You know, you don't have to communicate to seduce someone. You don't have to do a single thing. People you see on the internet and social media and stuff, you know, you could develop a crush on them, right? They might not even know you exist. So it's like, did they seduce you? No. You seduced yourself. You know, people have crush on celebrities. Like, I know the celebrity will be so good to me, yada, yada, yada. You're thinking that. They're not thinking that. They're thinking something else. They're probably worried about their own life, their own goals, their own problems, their own relationships, and what they're trying to manifest, what they're trying to attract. That's what happens when two energies meet each other that are really not meant to be with each other, you know? You have an idea in your head, it's one way, but in real life, it'll be another way. There's so many different people in the world, it's hard to just say one thing. You know, I can only speak from my own experience. But I know a lot of women are looking for that person, that idea in their head that they had when they were a little girl, you know, that knight in shining armor. you know, like their Barbie, like their Ken. You know, a lot of girls are still looking for that Ken, that knight in shining armor. You know, that Shrek, that Shrek. You know, that perfect guy that they've been dreaming about forever. They've been seduced by. You know, a woman is truly seduced by you before you even meet her, because she has that idea in her head. You know, in the same way, we're seduced by women before we even meet them. You don't have to actually develop a relationship with someone to seduce them. So it's not that you seduced her. You're just a representation of what she's been trying to attract, what she's been trying to manifest, what she's been thinking about. In the same way, you know, like the women that I'm attracted to, they're just representations of positive attributes that I've been attracted to since I was a kid, you know. It's like girls who do this and this and this and this. She checks out all those boxes, you know. Like I'm seduced, you know. I'm attracted to her. Like I'll do whatever she says. Like you check out these boxes, then I like you. You know, it's really that simple. Don't be confused thinking like, oh, you're the one and all these things. You know, anyone could be the one. You know, there's people who look just like you. I promise you this. Like, just in my own life, most of my partners, when they break up with me or I break up with them, they'll go find a guy who either looks like me, has my same name, may use one of my nicknames or something. They're pretty much like doppelgangers, you know. I mean, I'm not, you know, we can't be that, like, we can be very unique, you know, but most people, it's like, oh, you break up with me, right? But I checked out a lot of those boxes you like. Okay, so maybe you like guys who are this height, dark skin, into the things I'm into, dreads, yada, yada, yada. You could just go find a guy with those boxes checked, right? That person's soul is different. That person's spirit is different. That person's experiences are different. That person's family is different. That person's job is different. That person's day-to-day life is different. So it's like, did I seduce you, or I just checked off those boxes, you know? I was just something new you wanted to try, you know? Like a breath of fresh air into your life, you know? When you meet someone great, they're like a breath of fresh air. It can be the same for men and women, you know? I think that's one of like the main differences between men and women. Again, it's just so many people. You can't put everyone in one box, but I believe for the majority, like, a woman will find something attractive about her ex-partner and try to find that in her new partner. But for men, they'll see something they don't like about their old partner and they'll try to avoid that in their new partner. Just speaking from my own scenario, my own situation, you know, I found a girl who kind of looks like my ex, you know. I'm like, man, she's so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But I would not pursue her, you know. I wouldn't pursue her just because it's like, you know, I want something new. I want something refreshing, you know. Why would I pursue a lookalike when I could just try to pursue my ex, you know? It feels, you know, her body was just that perfect, right? Her attributes were just that perfect. It's like, I could just, you know, it's like, oh, I could just find someone that looks like you. My exes have done that, so it feels tacky. It's like, I don't even want, you know, I'm not really pursuing a relationship right now anyway. I'm looking for God, you know. I'm not looking for no girl. But, you know, love and seduction are very chaotic energies. I'm not sure what, like, just the highest form of seduction, you know? Like, what could you get out of seduction? What can you get out of love? It's like, are those things you want? Could you find a better way to get those things? A more grounded way to get those things? A less chaotic way to get those things? Life is truly just about your goals. Like, what are you trying to do? What do you desire? If you desire to seduce everyone, you know, for what reason? Why? If you desire to love everyone, for what reason? If you think everyone's seductive, you know, why? What's going on in your head? Like, why are so many people seducing you? Or if you think you're just seducing everyone, you know, what's going on? Like, are you that attractive? What's you know, that's the good thing about being a human, you know. You're beautiful to someone. You've seduced someone. It's a natural energy we have. Even when we're not trying, you get what I mean? Like, I've been very introverted. I'm still pretty introverted. You can seduce people without trying. That's like it's a disconnect to me. I'm trying to do my own thing. This girl's over here falling in love with me. I have not done a single thing. That's just her own energy. She's trying to manifest something. She's trying to attract something. I just so happen to be in her space. She knows I exist now. Now I seem like the best choice, you know. I believe like real love and real connection, there always has to be a greater side to it, in my opinion. I would enjoy a spiritual relationship, you know, a non-physical relationship. I would like to ascend with my partner, just do all kind of cool magic and shit, manifest real good things, you know, just to add on to my own life, what I'm trying to do. by myself. I just want to do that with someone else. But a lot of people's relationships are based on things they don't even want to do. A woman could be seduced by you, but were you really planning on spending your next year, 2 years, 10, maybe y'all actually are lifelong partners, your next life doing these things with her? You know, what she has in her head, you know, maybe. Again, it just depends. But I know me personally, I'm trying to just stay on my path. I'm not really trying to go on anyone else's path, you know. If we share the same path, we can walk together. It'll be way easier, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's the end of the video. So all the new people probably gone. But this video literally took me like 2 days to make, just because something always happens in my real life interrupt me. But then also like, so I started making these videos differently, even though they look the same. Like just the way I approach them. Like usually I would just read the principle, then think about it, you know, wait on God to give me some messages, wait for the message that I receive about the principle. But I usually wake up and start doing it, but instead I started sleeping on it. It's like sleeping on the principle and waking up, see what I find, you know, see what messages come to me. This is my like real relationship advice though. You can find someone by luck, by chance, someone who checks off all the boxes, you know, physical attraction, whatever else you desire, that mental connection, hobbies you both enjoy, can do together, you know, things your partner does that you don't do, you get what I'm saying, that you like, things you know you're gonna need and want, you desire, you know, they can check out all those boxes, things you desire, right? That's very good. But for me personally, it has to be a deeper connection, you know. If our souls don't dance together, you know, if our spirits don't dance together, you know, then it'll always be something lacking, you know. Like I know my real partner, you know, we can do whatever we want. Will you go to hell with me? Come back, you know. Will you go to heaven with me? Come back. Will you go to some outer space, some unknown area in space with me and come back? Can we pray together? Can we get closer to God? You know, can we bond with God? Can we try to kill him? Can we hate him together? You get what I'm saying? Can we love him together? Can we just truly love each other? You know what I'm saying? Not pretend that things have to go how you pretended them to be, how you were seduced into thinking, you know. If we can't go to hell and back, you know, I don't think you're my partner for real. It would never work, you know. You're just gonna leave me in hell alone. That's cool. I get it. A lot of people aren't strong enough to do that, but that's what I mean. It has to be like a soul spiritual connection, you know. It's like, can I take you to heaven and show you why I don't want to be here? You know what I'm saying? So I can go whenever I want, you know. Can we actually try to manifest? Can we use our good qualities? You know, you're better at some things than I am. I'm better at some things than you are. Can we do the things we're best at? Can we try to make logic out of all this, you know? Can we go to Babylon together? Can we just ramble about nothing forever and that'd be cool? You know, can you see me at my highest form and be okay with that? Can you see my lowest form and know it's still me? It's like very deep things that I had to do with myself first. You know, I had to see my lowest form, be okay with it first. I had to see my highest form. I had to go to hell and be like, oh shit, I can leave. I had to go to heaven and be like, oh, you know, I had to do these things first. I gotta manifest. I gotta get my money this way. I gotta spend my money on this. I can't spend my money on this right now, you know? I had to do these things by myself, which is cool. Not complaining. But if my partner doesn't see it that way, it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, I just don't think it's gonna work. That's my like real relationship advice, bro. For me, for us, real Nephilim, Seraphim, Elohim. Just imagine your day-to-day life, being with God, being with yourself, being with your family, being with your friends, being who you are, working on your things. Your partner has to fit that. A lot of people want to make a new life, like, oh, I got a new person, make a whole new life. It's very hard to do. It's damn near impossible, you feel me? I don't want to make a new life. I like my life. Why would I want to make a new life? You get what I'm saying? I would like my life to be better. I would like to have a partner to enjoy this life with, you know? I don't want to make a new life, though. Just want you to be a part of this one. And I could be a part of yours. Yeah, I make a whole new one. It's like an illusion. It's an illusion to me. And it's just so many expectations in a relationship. You get what I mean? Because girls got that princess idea in their head. And it's cool. You know, every girl's a queen, right? Every guy's a king, right? But man, we gotta be put through the fire first before we got that real king energy. You know what I'm saying? I could call myself a king, but before I went through the fire, it didn't matter. Before I got tested, it didn't matter. Before, you know, Don't matter where I go, hell or heaven or earth, I am a king. That real energy, you can understand. Women are just born with that, like, oh, you know, nobody wants to put a woman through the fire, but that's my real, like, relationship goes. Like, let me know you'll be straight in hell. We got a better chance of lasting. Like, you gonna have to be okay. like literally, bro. Literally, just because I am who I am. You know, you think God love me all the time? Okay, yeah, true. Think God hate me all the time? No, right? Think he hate me sometimes? Is that motherfucker deep, man? Relationships be like a game for real. Y'all souls and spirits just be playing games, but this shit not no fucking game. So yeah, let's play, you know, mom and dad. Like kids do that. Let's play mom and dad with these dolls, these Barbie dolls and stuff. I gotta do this, the mom gotta do this, the dad gotta do this, you know? Like I don't want no relationship like that, you know? I want a real free relationship. Like you free to do whatever, I'm free to do whatever. But it's us, we're not just gonna do anything. That's the difference between whatever and anything, you know? Like yeah, you got the freedom to do whatever. I know you're not gonna do it though. It's cause like why? You know, had to be real cool, like real cool reason. I'm just babbling though. You can't seduce anyone, they can only seduce themselves. No one can seduce you, you can only seduce yourself. You know seduction not real because I know you done seen the finest, thickest woman in the whole motherfucking world and didn't say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? I know you seen a girl like, man, this is my type, this is exactly what I want. You didn't say anything to her, you know? You be doing the most. So you can only seduce yourself. And, you know, I suffer with schizophrenia, so on some real schizomax and shit, just studying on this principle. God told me that, you know, like Jesus is my son, you know. Like God's the mother, Jesus the son, and I will be the father, right? And that jump blew my mind. I'm like, man, I don't even want this to be true. People don't be on that wave. I don't think no one ever says that shit on the internet. I understand why. I'm just documenting my spiritual journey. I know how fickle memory is. Hey, God told you he was Jesus' father. You feel me? That reality deteriorated over time. For a second, it felt very true. You know, just got furious. You feel me? I'll just send my damn son here to say these bastards. Furious. People hate me praying to my son and shit. Praying to my wife. They hate me though. You know, hell Satan, bruh. Peace and blessings. Till next time. I love y'all.